Okay, yeah, this is my first time doing a video, so hope it goes well. I mentioned this sauce a couple weeks ago, and it's actually the simplest sauce that you can make, and it's really delicious. The ingredients I'm using are an onion cut in half, San Marzano tomatoes, which are their different kinds. Here, Cento is probably the one you see in the stores most of the time. There's another one with a little tomato on it looking. It's pretty generic looking. That's San Marzano also. I also like, this is just a carton. I'm not showing you the broth, but it's something called Pomi. P-O-M-I, which are really good tomatoes also to use. You can probably find those in your supermarket in certain stores. And that's it. We got 3 to 5 tablespoons of butter. This, tomatoes, salt and pepper, and then it goes into the pan, 45 minutes, and we're done. It's that simple. I like to put a pinch of oregano in it, but you don't have to. The sauce itself is good with gnocchi. It's good with any kind of pasta, and tonight I'm going to use it on some stuffed chicken breast with prosciutto and cheese. So here I used about 3 tablespoons of butter. You can go up to 5. I usually do 3 as a minimum for this. And 1 can of tomatoes that has the juice and the whole tomato in it. I'm just going to dump that and then crush them as I go along. Now you can take these tomatoes and put them through a tomato sieve, or you can put it in a blender and just give it a little pulse. You do not want to blenderize your tomatoes, but you can break it up that way. But I choose to do it this way today. And I will pour this in here. We could have waited for the butter to melt, but I want to show you here. And add a little salt and pepper. I like to use this salt. It's called Redmond Real Salts from Utah. Sea salt, ancient sea salt. I just like it. It's fine. It tastes great. I've used sometimes pink Himalayan salt, kosher salt. The only thing I use regular table salt for is to salt my water for pasta. So I'll just add a little bit. Later we can taste that. The butter also has some salt in it. It wasn't unsalted. Add a little pepper. And then you can always add more after if you like it that way. I put these onions in. There's your sauce. You let that go for 45 minutes. Get it simmering a little lower. And that's it. Magic. I wanted to say that if you don't use a good quality tomato like a Pomi or San Marzano, some areas have a tomato called Red Pack, and it comes whole tomatoes. We have the crushed around here. I've used it a couple times. Red Pack is a really good tomato. And if you like it, it's slightly less than the San Marzano tomatoes. But if you don't use a good quality tomato, you're not going to get what you want out of a sauce. I'm going to attempt to go with the tomato sauce I was just making with the butter, simple butter sauce. Some stuffed chicken breast right here. Some prosciutto. A little goat's cheese and regatta. I'll probably do a 3-to-1 combination, regatta, goat's cheese, because I have kids. But you can do all goat's cheese. You can. This is going to be chopped parsley with it. You can add other fresh herbs in there if you'd like. It can be all regatta. It can be that. It can be, once you learn to do the chicken, cut the chicken and bake it. You can add spinach, cheese, mushroom stuffed with bread stuffing. You can do it whatever way you'd like. Okay, here I planned on stuffing the cheese inside the prosciutto, but look at this prosciutto. I didn't do the shopping, and I'm not blaming the shopper. But the person in the market, they obviously don't know what they're doing. It seems like they took the prosciutto, pieces should be this long so I can make a little bundle, and they cut them in half. And this is what we came home with for this. Anyway, I'll do the best I can with this. I added the goat's cheese and regatta together with about 2 tablespoons of parsley after it was chopped, a dash of salt and pepper, very little. Now I'm going to try one of these bundles over here, put these together, and I'm going to try to put a little bit of mixture on here. A little more. Don't want to do too much because I don't have a lot of prosciutto to roll. So take this back here. You kind of want to fold that in here a little bit on the end so that when you stuff it into the chicken, it's not all going to spill out. And as you can see, 2 pieces of prosciutto don't stay together. We can blame the guy at the market for this. Alright, so there's a bundle. I'm going to create a few more, and then we're going to cut the chicken. Okay, I'm going to cut about a 3-inch slit in this chicken. As you can see, I've already done a couple. This one here, I butchered a little bit more, and this one came out pretty perfect. Let's see how this one comes out. Kind of groove it a little bit. Keep working it back. You don't want to pierce both ends. Keep working it. And get yourself a little pocket right here. And I'm going to take this prosciutto wrap and I'm going to stuff that right in there and close it up. And then we're going to put some string on it like that.
Go.
You want to make sure that you salt and pepper each side. Just a sprinkle of salt. And a dash of pepper. So the salt wasn't quite up to the par that I wanted in the tasting, so I just tasted the sauce. It's got like 5 minutes to go, which is normal. You just have to taste it. I added just a little bit more salt. It should be perfect now. The chicken here is all stuffed and ready to go in the oven. Since there's a pretty large piece here, I'm going to go about 35 minutes on this at 400 degrees. So normally 30-35 minutes is good for this. I put a tablespoon of oil on the bottom just to grease the bottom a little bit. All right, so I'm going to cut these. Get the string off. See if it's done, hopefully. Beautiful. Now we're going to plate it with a little bit of the sauce. Put a little bit of the sauce down. A little more sauce on top. Now you can just add mashed potatoes, roasted vegetables, have it with salad, roasted potatoes, whatever you like.